Mhm.
Mhm. Mhm.
Peace, blessings, enough love to all the queens and all the kings in the house.
Hello, and welcome to another episode of Mindset Monday. Today is Monday, January 19th.
What? Already?
Yes,
Oh my.
19th, the 19th of January, 2026. And we are happy that you are here with us. I hope you had a spectacular weekend.
I did.
And I hope all of you out there had a wonderful weekend. For us, we had a weekend that it snowed. Wherever you are, whether it rained, snow, or you had a lot of sunshine, I hope it was spectacular for you. And I hope today was a wonderful work, play, or returning from vacation day. Wherever you are, whatever you did, I hope you did it to the fullest. And I hope whatever you do was on purpose
Mm.
because we set the stage at the end of the year that we will live every day on purpose
Mm.
because we were created to live on purpose. If you don't know your purpose, a matter of fact, do you know why you were created?
Mm.
Why were we created?
Very good question, you know. Very good question. And this is my belief now. My belief is that a loving God,
Mm-hmm,
the creator of all the universe,
mm-hmm,
actually loved me so much that he chose to create me just so that he would be able to love someone, have someone to love, to share in all of this that we are sharing in. I mean, not the sin part, not the wicked part, not the
everything.
pain part,
Right.
not because he didn't create pain, he didn't create suffering, right? And so the lavish lifestyle that God wanted for us, that is what He originally created us for, so that love can abound. Because the only way love can abound is if there is someone to love. If
Mm,
there's no one to love, then it's not love. Someone has to be there to love, because love is an action word,
mm.
and the only thing you can do is to give love. So you have to have someone to give love in order for love to be love.
So that's why it was so profound. St. John 3, verse 16
Mm,
says, For God so, that means God so loved the world
mm,
that he gave.
mm-hmm.
So there has to be a giving once love is there.
Yes, and that scripture is so profound. I mean, everybody repeated John 3:16, but this is what it meant. It means God created us in love to love,
Mm-hmm.
so that He can love and
Mm-hmm.
we can reciprocate that
Mm,
love. But
mm.
unfortunately, we didn't. We disobeyed and cut against Him, and even though we did that,
He still loves
love
us.
is just always giving. And so he give even his life for us, because God is love. And so when you talk about love, the only thing love can do
It's just love.
It's just give. Yeah, I know, yes. It's just love, but it's just give.
Yeah.
It's a giving word, really and truly. So I mustn't look to my wife to give me love. No, that's not my duty. My duty is to give my love. Now, if she want to reciprocate also, then that is her choice. That's her choice. I am just, and that is why it was so profound that God said to us as husband, 1 Corinthians 30, husband, love your wife. That's it. That's all we to do. Nothing else. That's all I am to do is to love my wife. Now, if she want to reciprocate, that's up to her, but that's not for me. Well, show me no love. No, that's not how it works. That's not how love works. So that is my take on love.
Mm.
Mm.
So on a side note for our podcast today, but it's a wonderful side note. A matter of fact, it's a center note. Love, everything starts with love and end with love. So today, as we are sharing this year the word flow, we are flowing from love to share with you some information that will assist you this year to take care of your tax needs or to look closer at your financial planning needs, because many times we know certain things, but because we get so comfortable or we get sidetracked because of so many different things that's
Mm.
happening in our life, we tend to lose sight of our goals. We tend to lose sight of the things we really don't like to pay attention to, like taxes, tax time. If you did not go to school for taxes, or if you did not take a course, taxes seems very daunting, and it's
Boring.
something, yeah, as you say, boring.
Boring.
It's something that not many people would want to do or would like to do, but because they need to do it in Canada, US, UK, for Jamaica or the other Caribbean countries, the most of the people who need to do taxes are business owners, because they don't file taxes like for W-2 employees like they do in the US. But financial planning, where is your income going? What do you do with your income? Where, in the US, what do you do with your tax returns when you receive it? Is it used to buy more things, or is it used to set aside a little bit for those who have family, a little bit for college, or a little bit for a little vacation, or a little bit to put in a savings account, in a high yield savings account? What is it that you do with those tax dollars? So we want to help you so that before you spend it, you can invest a little bit somewhere so you can actually see something of it. For those of you who are getting a refund, like for me, not getting a refund, I still need to make sure that wherever the deductions are, I'm able to receive those deductions, which are legal deductions. So it reduces my tax liability. So I don't give Uncle Sam more money than Uncle Sam should receive. But I pay my fair share and also take care of all those deductions that is mine, or that I can take legally. So this evening, it's just a little share with you as you put your documents together. I know most of the documents are you didn't receive yet. The W-2 should be coming out. Some people have received their W-2, but most, if not all, people should get their W-2 by January 31st. So you can start putting all of those docs together and getting them to your tax accountant. So this year, you need to help your tax accountant in taking care of your tax needs. So I'm sharing information with you, and there are a lot of information online, but a lot of times we don't know where to find them. Sometimes it's good to just, although you don't know much, but go to irs.gov and you can put in specific 1099, W-2, deduction, stuff like that. But if you don't want to do that, you can engage your tax accountant, or I'll be happy to answer questions. If you can engage me, my information is in the description. So if you are not sure about something and you want to ask us, a question, I can, you can engage me for 10-15 minutes. Anything over that, then you would need to start shelling out a little money, right? But I can help you, and then you can have more questions to ask your tax accountant when you sit down with him or her. All right. So this evening, we're looking at, first thing, 5 questions to ask yourself this year. Now, for many people, January means a fresh start. And going back to the last 2 weeks of December, where we assisted you in setting goals and, putting your vision board and all of that. But January is a fresh start. And although we're in the third week of January, yes?
Yes, the third week. And just to maybe talk a little about one of the goals that you talk about
Mm-hmm.
is that dollar,
The,
the
the, the
the
money
the
exercise.
money exercise.
Oh,
So talk a
yes.
little bit about that,
All
the
right.
money exercise,
All right.
right?
So the money exercise, one of the things we spoke about the last week of December, we we set goals for one of money exercise. So this is my money jar, where I started week 1, I put $1. Week 2, I put $2. Week
So that
3,
is total of
I
three
put
dollars.
$3. And so week 3,
Is now a total of six.
six
Six
dollars.
dollars.
So you
Okay.
should have $6 in your jar if you're starting from at the mere minimum. Because we want to be successful in any goal that we make. So we don't want to create a goal that is too far. So I'm doing it with you as I gave the exercise. So I'm at $6 right now. So next week,
This week, the 24th,
yeah, so the 24th, when I come back to you on Monday,
Monday.
I should have 6 and 4, 10.
Yes.
I should have $10 in my jar.
Mhm.
And you should have $10 too if you are doing it this way. If you're doing it in the reverse, um, some people have started with the $52 the first week, and then $51 the second week, and then $50 the third week. So you can add that up. But I'm doing it the minimum so that other participants can follow through, because not everybody have that, big sum right away. Okay?
Mm.
So every week I'll be sharing with you where we're at. And if you do it, if you want to do 5 or 10, then of course you can reach your goal faster depending on what you're looking for. Okay.
Mm. Nice.
So January is normally a fresh start.
Mm.
For me, every day is a fresh start. But since we have 365 days in the year, a leap year is 366. This year is not a leap year. So we have 365 days in the year, in the calendar
In this
year.
year. Mhm.
Yes. So for many people, January means a fresh start. It's a natural time to check in on your financial progress and make plans for the new year. And as we set the goals in December, so every ever so often you look at where you're at. So we're going to look at 5 questions to help you get organized and get yourself up for success in the months ahead. Though we started December, but we're revisiting this on a constant basis. So we want to help you get to your goal.
Mm, nice.
So, question 1: have there been any major life changes, like an addition to the family, or
That would be what? A child?
yes,
Are you are
or
you
you're
are
getting
you
married?
are you get married?
Mm-hmm.
Or are your mother-in-law?
Yes, or
Um,
you're taking care of a family member, someone new joined the family.
okay. Foster.
Anyone, any
Okay.
addition. A lot can happen in a year. Before you set out your intentions for the new year, it's important to get a clear picture of where you stand financially, as certain life events can impact your finances. For instance, getting married, welcoming a child,
Mm,
starting a new job, or moving to a new city means changes to your net worth, your budget, and your taxes. So if you were single, I was single last year, so I filed single. Now this year, and you're single last year, you filed single.
I was. Okay. It's for real.
Yeah, you were single. We were single up to September.
Oh, mercy.
Anyway, so you would file single. Now this year, 2026, we'll file married filing joint.
Amen.
Okay. Now for someone who had a child, or who have additional, say someone who just had a child, they would have, if if they're married, they'd file married filing jointly with a dependent. If they had a child, and of course there is no there is just one parent, that person will file head of household, except in different situations. Now, these are just little information I'm giving, is not for specifics. Make sure you sit with your tax accountant so you can get specific information based on your specific situation. So this is general knowledge for you, not anything specific. So do not go and tell your tax accountant that Miriam says da 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 da. We are just giving general information. And as I explained, if you have something specific and you don't want to share it in the chat, or in YouTube, you can engage me for 10-15 minutes and I'll be happy to assist you. Then you can go to your particular tax accountant. Now, of course, if you don't have a tax accountant, I'll be happy to assist you in taking care of your tax needs, and also help you with your financial planning. I'll be happy to do that.
Mm, wonderful.
So the next point. Oh, before I go to the next point, you sit with your financial planner or your tax accountant, as I explained, and they can help you. And of course, if you don't have a financial planner or a tax accountant, Miriam will assist you with that. But of course, we engage for a few minutes, and then if I'm a good fit for you, then we can take it further. So number 2, do I need to update my financial plan?
Mm,
Yes, if their life changes, yes. So having a financial plan can help improve the way you manage your money. And the chances of you reaching your financial goals is even better. Example, paying off your debt. For a lot of us who are in our career age, we have student loans, some have mortgages, some have uh all of those credit card debts. And so having a financial plan will help you pay off some. You look, we assist you putting all of your debts, all of your together, so you can see which one is the least. So we work on paying the least, which one has the highest interest rate. And so we work with you with all of those. So you have a better idea instead of just, just going off the whim like that. You are better prepared in saying, okay, I can do this time. I can do that this time because you have a plan. So it's better to have a plan
Mm.
and it fail than not to have a plan. Now, the beginning of the year is a good time to revisit your financial plan. And that financial plan includes life insurance for your family, for yourself. Now, a lot of people, yes, they buy this. Yes, I have a life insurance, but they don't know what it is, whether it's term or whether it's whole life, or what does it entail. So it's important to have a financial analysis. That's it, right?
Analysis.
Analysis
Mhm.
that you can know what is happening. If I have a gap, how can I fill that gap? If there's not enough insurance, if there's not enough of whatever, how can I fill that so I am not under undue stress if something should happen? So, of course, the beginning of the year is when you sit down and see what's happening, see how can I optimize my goal, or where there is a shortfall.
Mm.
So, some key areas to check in on. Let's see. So, keep in mind,
Budget, I think, is one.
keep in mind your budget.
Yeah.
If your family has grown, you likely have to rework your budget, updating your spending categories as well as your savings and investment goals. Perhaps setting up a 529 plan for your child that we can explain in another forum. I'm just giving you just basic information today. Your emergency fund. Now, many of us don't have an emergency fund
Why?
because we don't have enough money to go around.
Oh, okay, right.
So, a bigger household usually means you'll need a larger cash cushion for those unexpected expenses. I think the last time, I'm not sure if it is updated yet, but the last time I remember checking, it's recommended that we should have at least 6 months of income saved up to take care of any eventuality. The
Mm.
6 months of savings of or income for emergency fund. Now,
Wow,
a
that's a
lot
lot.
of a lot of people can't do that. That's why we want to make sure that you're sitting with your financial advisor to help you see where you can cut back or where you can save um in different where you can cut down on expenses, because there are some expenses like we talk about the gym membership. If you're not using your gym membership, cut it off because that money is coming out of your bank
Every
account
month.
every month. Cut it off so you can put that money aside and save it for something else because you're not using it. You are not getting benefit from that
Gym membership.
gym membership. If you're actually getting benefit, then keep going, but do not keep paying it. There, you know, many of my coworkers who have gym membership and they just don't use it. So cut that off so you can have that money. You can put it in the pool so it can help with those unexpected expenses. Investment portfolio. Are your assets allocations still in line with your goals and your risk tolerance? Or is it is it is it set up that it rebalances itself? Now, all of these things you would need to sit with your financial advisor to help you with that. If you don't have one, get one. If you need one, you can speak with me, and if I'm a good fit for you, then we can work together. Now, with everything that's going on, all of this is necessary. So you don't wait until something happens and then you start saying, but I thought I had this. I remember I had this, but I don't know. So it's important to have things in the forefront of you know, whatever you're doing, you know where to find what. So when anything happens, it's easy to pull out what you need.
Mm.
Now we look at retirement savings. Are you happy with the progress, or is there room to save more
More.
this year? So for I know for a lot of people who work a job, W-2, some in the private sector, they have a matching scheme with retirement. That means if they whatever they put in, their employer would match it. Some they don't match, but whatever it is, try and make sure that you have some savings, because if we depend on ourselves most of the time to get our income, and then yes, we're going to take out something and put it aside, most times it doesn't work.
Mm.
So if you haven't started saving, for those who are younger, it's time to do it. For those who are older, and you make sure you sit with your financial advisor, as I said, to see where you're at, because you may need to bump up the savings in order to have a good retirement after, depending on where you are, at what age you are, or when you decide to retire.
Mm.
And if it's only your income you have that you get from your job, your financial advisor will sit with you to share with you other options that will help you to get something else, a little more ducks in the row,
Mm.
so you don't have your egg in one basket. The third thing, are my beneficiary designations or estate plan up to date? These are relevant questions, relevant, very relevant. If you own investments, retirement accounts, savings, and or property, it's a good idea to review your designation. That is why we talk about every year you should sit with your financial advisor, sit with someone who looks at your whole finances, to do a financial analysis with your life insurance and other things. Now, with your beneficiary designation, now I know of someone, one of my very good friends years ago, had a a retirement account, and they their designation, or the person on the retirement account, was no longer in their life and did not remember. And unfortunately, when she passed away, the person who was no longer in her life, that's the person who got the retirement. So it's important
The
to,
benefits.
yes,
Yeah.
Yeah, because if you're a beneficiary, if you're a, if I'm a beneficiary
Hmm.
on an account, and the the person, I'm not a family member, and the person forget to change it because now they have family. When the person dies, and letter's gonna come to me or a call saying that I have something. No, nobody can take that from me.
Seriously?
Yeah. Yes.
Oh wow.
Yes.
So it's something you have to review then, and
Yes.
like maybe every year.
It's important. Someone have a question?
No, I was just telling Dr. Derrick, you better believe it. Nobody else can get it but that person. I did that too. And I
All
walk
right.
away, and I make sure I go change it out right away.
Okay.
See?
Wow.
Very important.
Very important. Mm.
And
Okay.
it's very important.
Mm.
So thank you. That's Rosanna,
So
right?
you are saying no.
Mm-hmm.
You are saying my little thing were designated to someone else, so to speak.
Mm-hmm.
Me need to change that if I need to change it to
Yeah.
come to you.
Yeah, if you
That's what
need
you're
to
saying.
change it, if that's what you want.
It don't just automatic.
No,
No.
you put the name there. It doesn't automatically change. You would need to undo
Mm.
what you did.
Oh wow.
Yes. It don't just go away like that.
Yeah.
Not because you walk away.
Okay. Oh.
No, not because you
Okay.
walk out the door. The writing has changed.
The
No.
writing on the wall.
No, the writing on, you would have to undo that writing.
Wow. All right. So you hear that? So check up on it. Go back to your documents. All right. Even though you might want to change something or alter something, or if you don't have one, you need to get one.
Yes,
Okay.
yeah, definitely. Because if you don't have a beneficiary, it's important to help your family members if you love them, and I know you love your family, but some people don't have information. So now you're getting information. It's important that you leave your loved ones less headache when you pass away, because none of us is going to live forever unless we live until the rapture comes.
Yeah, but to my limited knowledge
Mm-hmm.
of this whole scheme of things,
Mm-hmm.
a lot of persons going to say they don't really have anything because they, uh, most people, if they don't have a house, they don't think that they have anything. Or if they don't have a car, which that, all right, a car, a car or house, some kind of property, and a good amount of money. If you don't have those, what is there to benefit anybody?
Whether it's a good amount of money or a minute amount of money, if you love whomever is in your life, whether it's your child, if you don't have a child, or you have a cousin, if you don't have an immediate, whether sibling, and you have a cousin or whatever, it's best, say you have a savings account. That person doesn't need to know now that they are beneficiary of on your account. They don't need to
Mm.
know now. But it's important, if you are solo on your bank account, it's important that you have someone there. No, now, if God forbid you passed away, it takes a whole lot of hoops in order to get that money. You need to go to the city that you live in, and go to the surrogate court to get all documentation and all of that. Because as a tax accountant, I assist my clients with things like that. So you need to go to the court, and you need to list everyone who has interest, whether there's a second cousin or a third cousin or whatever. And then it takes a while for them to do it in probate. And then you will get something that you would need to um, get a number from the IRS, because you have to open an estate account. And then once you get that number from the IRS, then you take it to the bank to open the estate account, and then that money is transferred to that estate account. So you don't you have that little thing. So allow the persons who you love, who you're leaving behind, to have that less stress, whether it's your child or your cousin or whatever. Make sure you have some money on your bank account. Whether it's a whole heap of money or a little bit of money, it's still something.
So you are saying $500? If me have a
That's money. That if someone leave $500 from me, that's $500 more than I did not have.
Mm,
It is. Anyway,
mm,
it's important to get your stuff together.
mm,
So reconfirm that the information is correct and up to date. If you work, if you work at a job, they have something. If you are doing your 401k, if you're paying into any retirement account,
mm,
make sure you have a beneficiary on that account,
mm. Wow.
and
Okay.
make sure it is up to date.
Mm-hmm.
The same goes for those who have an estate plan. Make sure that your legal documents, example, a will, power of attorney, healthcare directives, are in order. And for those who don't have healthcare directives, for those who don't have a will, for those who don't have any of that, it's important that you have that. Let's talk about healthcare directives. Um, while we are living, there may be something that happened that we're not able to make decisions for ourselves at whatever time. So it's important that that document is in place. Peradventure, I can't make decision for myself. I would like this, or I would like that, or I would like whatever. So people are not scampering or confusion. No, she don't like that. No, he don't like that. It's best to have it in writing. So even if there are little confusion, it is the writing again on the wall is brought forth and said, this is what she said.
The health directive.
This is what she said. Yeah.
Okay. She don't want no funeral.
Whatever.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So it's important that things are in writing. Now, for for people who have high net worth, you can speak to your financial planner about a trust, whether a living trust or whatever, because that is, a lot of times they say a living trust is a little bit more foolproof than a will, because with the will you have to go through probate and all of that. So speak to your financial planner for specific based on your situation.
Mm. Wonderful. All right.
Any question?
Just remember that you can stop us and ask questions at any time. Remember, right? Whether you want to post it. Oh, let me look.
Let's check in the YouTube to,
No, I
oh,
should say let me look if I have up the hands. Because maybe I don't have up the hand at this time. No, it's not there. Okay. So let me get that hand raised so that people can actually put up their hands in the room. Other
I,
than that, let us check
I see
the
some
YouTube.
comments here. I think Marva said something.
Yeah, Marva said a lot of things. Finally able to jump on. True, when it comes on to beneficiary designation, you must update. No one is going to change it for you
Yeah,
unless you
exactly.
do. All right. See, they say, my goodness. I guess you must be looking at that beneficiary designation.
Mhm.
And Marva said again, nobody knows when anyone change in your life, right? Even like your children. As you have other children, be sure to update that as well.
Very good, Marva.
Nice. Thank you very much, Marva. Yes, please. We have to get our
Ducks
ducks.
in the row. Amen.
Thank you very much, Queen Marva. Really appreciate, really appreciate. All right. And I guess if you haven't any designation, what happened?
if you haven't if you haven't designated your account beneficiaries or put together a basic estate plan,
Hmm.
now is a good time to think about getting that organized.
Mm. So if you don't have one, get one.
Yes.
No.
Yes, because estate planning gives you an opportunity to set things clear.
Is there a fee?
Of course.
Okay. Big? Big fee?
You come into my
No,
office,
I
you
know, I know, I
tour.
know, but big or small?
It
What's
depends.
it
It
depends. Okay.
depends. It depends on your net worth
That
because a lot of
okay.
things need to
I
be,
got you.
yes,
Looked at and so on.
yes.
Okay. Okay.
So you can
All right.
step into my office.
All right. All
I'll
right.
be happy to help you with
Uh,
what you have.
or just call the number in the description. It's in the description on the YouTube. So if you are on meeting and you want that information, just click on the link to the YouTube and click in the description, and you'll be able to see all the contact information that is there. Email, um, you email and
A
phone
telephone phone
number and so
number.
yes.
Mhm.
All right. So just check it out. Best to speak with someone who is giving you free advice at this moment, right?
Amen.
Amen. And we'll give you at least a 15 minutes free advice. If you go to any other accountant or whatever advisor or what have you, planner or what have you, from the get-go, it's by the hour.
They give you a 15-minute.
Oh, everybody give 15?
Most of the
Most
time, they give you a 15-minute
window.
window to
Okay.
ask general questions. But once you go into specifics, then you'll need to set some time and then pay some money so you can get specific information.
Okay, wonderful, wonderful. All right, all right, beautiful. So, anything more on the designated
Yes.
beneficiary thingy?
So so well, with all of that, estate planning gives you an opportunity to set things clear or set clear instructions on how you'd like your affairs to be handled
Mm.
and who should be carrying out those wishes for you
Okay,
after your passing.
okay, all right, cool. All right.
So,
I hope that don't affect me, as,
so
as I plan to just live till Jesus come.
yeah, you plan to live till Jesus come, but if if um if if Jesus has a the your time, then if your time is before he comes, then you can't run away when it comes.
All right, all right, all right, all right. So tell me something now.
Mhm.
For a person living in Florida
Mhm.
or a person living in Connecticut,
Mhm.
is the estate planning the same?
State laws are different
Okay.
and things are handled differently. So it's important to look at the different state laws when we are putting things together. We have to be guided by those state laws.
All right. So tell me something now.
Hmm.
So like you would be able to do someone in Florida, in Connecticut, in New Jersey, in Canada.
Canada, maybe I would need to get something in Canada. uh, get authority
Licensing. Okay.
licensing
Okay.
somewhat.
Okay.
But
So you have to
for
be licensed.
yes, but for the 50 states, I can
You
do,
can. Okay.
yes.
All right.
But of
Okay.
course, before I take on any case, different states, I make sure find out, get information as to the specific of what the state requires for
Mm.
whatever the person is looking for.
Okay. Wonderful.
Is
And do you have a network? Because, for argument's sake,
yes, I do.
you have a network.
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay.
And it's even looking at tax filing, every state have something specific to that state where
Hmm.
filing is concerned. Of course, Florida don't have a state tax. Florida, Delaware, and another state don't have state taxes, but
Virginia?
no.
No.
But for most of the state, there are things that are specific to that state. So it's very important to look on that when we are dealing with whether tax clients or financial planning, will, estate, whatever.
Okay. Cool.
Another question to ask, am I ready for the tax filing season? And as we preluded earlier, um, do we have or do we know what is needed to file taxes for someone who is filing taxes for the first time, someone who just got their first job in 2025 and they see the W2 and they're so excited, and of course that may be their last year or maybe their second year in college, so they get their W2 and they have their tuition credit and they're so excited. What do I need? So getting started early can help you get organized for tax season. So giving you time to plan your filings, you may also want to evaluate your tax planning strategy. And as I said earlier, know what you want to do, or your tax accountant can help you with how to where to put your refund, instead of just thinking, oh, I want to buy this, I want to buy more of something that I already have. You
Mm.
can put that money to better use. For those who have family, for those who have children, you can put some of that money in an account, or for or increase your emergency fund, something other than buying more stuff. If you work with a financial advisor, get in touch to see if there are ways to be more tax efficient when it comes to managing your assets.
Mm.
And it's like this is being repeated constantly because we want you to get it. We want you to understand, and we want you to be more aware of what is happening with your stuff.
Hmm.
So it's good to know that as your financial life becomes more sophisticated, there may come a time when you need to with, always work with a tax professional, because not because you are a professional, you are ignorant to taxes because you're not a tax accountant. So it's good to be in the know. Sit with your tax professional, ask questions. If you're not sure what questions to ask, just start saying, I have this. Where do I go from here? And if you don't understand, just their YouTube videos. Just look at them, but don't follow the YouTube videos. Go get specific information based on your specific needs. The,
And state
yes, because information
and
that
country.
we and country information that we share are general. We just want to make sure that you're in the know. So here are some tips on how to choose what are my goals for the new year? So, when you take a moment to reflect on your success from last year, what works for you? What would you like to accomplish or to do better this year? Maybe you want more mindful spending or strike a better job, living a balanced life, taking more vacation days. That's why it's important to sit with your financial advisor so they can help you balance things. Whatever your goals may be, we wrote them down from December, revisit them, make sure they're realistic. If you have big goals, yes, 5 year, 10 year, 5 year, 1 year, those big goals are set in segments so you can reach them. You don't just say, okay, I want to do that in 5 years time, but no, the road map was not slated to get there. It's not gonna happen. So it's important that you are systematic in everything you do. So though we have 365 days in the year, we set goals for the end of the year. So you notice even with the money exercise, the goal that we set is that we want to have 1,378, something like that. I don't remember, but I'll tell you next week. That's the goal. So we set weekly goals, daily goals in order to get to our desired destination. It's the same way with big goals. It's important that daily, monthly, yearly things are systematically done and there are checkpoints so you can be in the know. You can say, okay, maybe I need to do a little bit more in order to get to where I'm going, that sort of thing. But it's important that you revisit that goal. You have something done every single day towards that goal. So the daily, the weekly, the monthly, then as the years go by, you will be closer to your goal.
And basically, when you track your progress, it helps you to be motivated. Because especially if you're staying on point, you are now motivated to get to the finish line or to get to the goal that you want to the goal that you want to meet or accomplish. You know, so
true. And remember, goals can be harder to achieve when they are vague or do not reflect what you truly care about. If you're not passionate about something, you can your vision board can be so pretty. You can have beautiful lines. You can have pictures. It can be so picturesque. But if you're not passionate about what's there, you won't achieve it. You won't be motivated. So consider, what specifically do you want to accomplish? Why is it important? And you can sit with someone who have expertise in that particular thing because they've been there. So they have not only an idea, but they can share with you how they got there. It may not, it may be a general path, but you may need to do additional things in order to reach that goal. But don't just sit there by yourself. You have help. Seek the help that you need in order to get to where you want to go. It's very important because we want you to win, and we were created to progress. We were created to live on purpose, and we have tools, we have help everywhere. So make sure that it's realistic so you can achieve those goals that is set. And once you're on target, you will feel motivated. You want to go, whether it's small or great. And I go back to my little thing here. Sometimes as old as I am, I was what, 58? As old as I am,
So
sometimes I feel like a little child. So I put my thing in my little thing
bottle.
and I feel good. So whether it's small or great, it's important setting goals, setting realistic
Realistic
goals.
goals.
There's an acronym, a SMART, setting SMART goals. Keep it
Super.
super simple. KISS.
Kiss.
KISS. So let's set goals and be able to we'll be able to progress and feel good about what we do.
Mm. Wonderful. That looks like it for today.
Yes. And remember, as we flow through January, as we flow this week into next week, keep focus on what is important. Pay attention and flow as we go through the week. Once again, it's a pleasure having you, and thank you for joining us for another episode of Mindset Monday.